all signs. I haven't did an all signs reading in so long, but I felt it would be right to do an all signs reading as we enter into Virgo season, which is one of the strongest of this calendar year, of this zodiac calendar season, actual calendar year. This is one of the strongest seasons because there will be two new moons in Virgo, and the sun and the moon are having this little dance competition going because as we entered into Virgo season on August 22nd, which is today as I'm doing this, Mercury is still in Leo. And for those of you who do not know, the planet of Mercury rules the energy of the constellation, which is the zodiac of Virgo. So they're doing this little dance right now. And it is a very potent energy. So I was like, okay, I like to do a reading for all signs because I know, you know, if I try to do individual videos, it's never going to get done. So let me do it in the all signs for you guys so I can be more accountable, right? And show up better. Because if I know if I start doing Aries, y'all going to wait all the way and I'm never going to do it. So we're going to do it in all signs. Yes, yes. If you're new to my channel, I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and trust me with your energy. I greatly appreciate it. So y'all see that? No, you can't see that. Let's go ahead and get into your reading all signs. We're going to go Aries to Pisces to see what your focus should be during this Virgo season. All right? Yes? Yes. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap into the energy of the collective of Aries to Pisces. Any messages that they're needing, any guidance that they're seeking today. Please allow me to relay these messages to them as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect their energy as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. I got a little extra time on my hands, guys, that I allotted myself, so I'm going to utilize it here. And that a lot of you should be utilizing. I was watching this sermon today by Pastor Mike Jr. Please, I didn't get his name wrong. But I want you guys, if you get a chance, to look it up. It's a sermon that he did about your gifts versus your talents and how in a lot of ways they will combine. And once they combine, that's how you really know you've stepped into your purpose. Beautiful sermon he did. I hope you check it out. And I'll bring this up at this time because that's what this Virgo season is all about. This Virgo season, if we talk about Virgo energy is the sixth house. Okay, so some of you could have a Virgo rising, but it is the sixth house. It is the ruler of your routine. It is the ruler of your health. And when we talk about your routine and your health and your way of thinking, if we want to bring the chakras into it, we're talking about your solar plexus, which rules everything. You know, your tummy area. What happens there rules what's going on in your mind. It could, you know, if you're having bad stomach issues or you know if you feel ill, it always starts in your solar plexus and then they can ruminate around your entire body, right? And so that's no different than what we're talking about with Virgo season. But in order for you to heal, you got to figure out what's going with your whole body. You got to figure out what's going on there, right? First, and then everything else will heal. Talking about your food intake, you know, your dairy. Something about somebody needs to stop eating dairy. But I meant to say diet, you know, dietary needs. I got stuck with dairy, so I don't know. Somebody needs to stop eating dairy. You need to watch your dairy intake. But we know that there's something about the food that's going to be very important during Virgo season. Some of you may want to make sure that you're eating things that you understand what you're eating. You're looking at the ingredients because there's something about the food that's going to be so significant. And you know they put so much, especially those who are stateside United States, they put so many additives in our food. You know, they enrich the food. They call it enriched, but it's really destroying. But I won't go there. You know, that's a conspiracy theory that I have. But I won't go there. You go look it up for yourself. So be mindful of those foods that say, oh, it's enriched wheat. It's enriched flour. It's refined sugars. Be mindful of those foods during Virgo season because you need your mind to be clear. You need your mind to be clear. Yes, you're going to have the days to where you're going to want extra. whatever this is, burger, wings, or somebody's a big fry person. Try to start your day off clear, water, some berries, some fruit. Because during this season, if you really utilize the energy of this mercurial energy that Virgo's bringing in with this new moon in Virgo, Mercury being in Leo energy, really honing in on your creative self, really holding in on your intellectual self, really using the ideas that you have and the knowledge that you picked up in different spaces and different books and different programs that you watch and applying that knowledge, you're going to increase so much by the next full moon in Virgo, which would be Aquarius season, right? If you really lock in. Okay, so going from fall into winter. So let's go ahead and get into it. What does Aries need to focus on? I feel like that's the message, but I'll pull a card because y'all like to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Like you gotta see a card in order for you to believe it for some reason. You know, I don't know why that is, but whatever. Anyhow, so for Aries, what they're asking you to be focused on is Cancer energy, your intuition, and your uniqueness, authenticity, Aquarian energy, and also your mom. Some of you need to be focused on like your mom or healing like your mother wound or a mother issue here is what they're bringing up for you, Aries. Taurus. What does Taurus need to be focused on this time? What does Taurus need to be focused in at this time? What do they need to be focused on? This is the Black Moon Astrology deck, by the way. So Taurus, you pulled the card of Neptune sacrifice. You talk about Neptune energy. It talks about your dream state. It talks about what is it that the foresight that you have. Like it's an inner knowing. It's also observation. So what they want you to do, Taurus, is be more quiet during this time. Learn how to hush and be more attentive and pay attention to what's going on around you because you're being told what to do through not saying anything and through not seeking, but just observing. So being more observant during this time, Taurus, is what you need to focus on. All right. Let's go to Gemini. What does Gemini need to focus on during this time? This Virgo season. Gemini need to focus on. Oh, wow. Gemini, you have the 7th house and you have North Node, learning how to cooperate with people. Cooperate with people. So yours is a bit different because, you know, when as soon as people hear Virgo, they think isolation. They think keeping to myself. But for you, Gemini, it's coming out different. For you, it's learning how to, yes, be your individual self and know that you're individual, but also know that you are not the only person walking around on this earthly plane. You are still going to have to interact with others, whether this is at the grocery store, the gas station, in your workplace, what have you. Collaboration, if you're starting your own business, you're going to have to interact with the bank and the people when you go get your LLC. There's always going to be an interaction with another person. Now, what you have to learn, Gemini, is oversharing. In this time is what I'm getting from this. Is learning how to not overshare so much and learning how what your boundaries are with other people. So not necessarily that you have to welcome everyone into your world and everyone into your business, but learning where your boundary lies with other people and really applying them. And like, it's because a lot of you get people offended. And what do I mean by that, Gemini, people offended, is that some of y'all are like so traumatized by people. But the reason why you're so traumatized by people, when like somebody could just say, hello, how you doing? You're like, dang, why are y'all in my business? Why are they being so nosy? It's because you were an oversharer at a time and you were friendly, but you were friendly or you were too oversharing to the wrong people and they took advantage of it. So now it's like you have an issue with people who are coming to you like-minded, because this 7th house partnership is a like-minded card in North Node. They're walking in their purpose. So this is a like-minded energy. This is not an energy to harm you. And what they want you to learn, Gemini, in this time is how to deal with people who are like-minded and how really treat people how you want to be treated, and it's safe for you to do so in this time. And a lot of you have to get over that trauma, like, man, they just want to be my business. These people are just nosy. They don't want to look out for me either. Actually, you're coming into someone. It could be a Libra, whatever your North Node is, could be the opposite of your North Node, or it could be your North Node sign. It could be a Leo as well, who are looking out for you, who you can develop a partnership with. Again, developing a partnership, working with someone does not mean you have to let them into every little tidbit of your life. It's learning how to apply your boundaries and learning how to keep yourself and your individual purpose to yourself, but also knowing that sometimes your purpose does involve other people assisting you in that journey, and it's okay. You're going to learn a lesson, Gemini, and it's going to make you stronger. Gemini, I want you to go look up, you ever seen the calendar for, it's a salary calendar, salary rubric, I say, not calendar, it's a rubric. And it shows you like people from 30 to 50,000. This is the level and this is what you need to learn. 50,000 to 75,000. This is the level. This is what you need to learn to get to the next level. 75 to 120,000. This is what your skill set is and what you need to learn to get to the next level. Go look that up. And I don't want you to look it up just for the monetary aspect of it. I want you to dig deeper, because Virgo season is all about digging deeper, not taking things so literally, but really looking at it and applying it to your character development is why I'm telling you that, okay? All right. Because it's very important during Virgo season, is character development. All right, moving on to Cancer. And I'm going to stick on Virgo, and I get to Virgo longer too. And I stuck on Gemini because right now we're in Mercurial energy. So collectively, for those of you listening to this reading, you should all be listening to their Mercury placements, which would be Gemini and Virgo. All right. It's a collective energy you're in right now. Cancer. What should Cancer be focusing on this time? If you so choose. I got to throw it out there. People like, she told me that you got to not take things so literally in this season, like for real. And speaking of that, and Cancer, I guess I had to tell you something. So you guys pulled Mercury in Venus energy, Venusian energy. Wednesday through Friday is going to be very significant. Those are your most productive days for someone. And those 3 days, or unless you're taking those, what's that, 3 days, 4 nights? Something about 3 days, 4 nights. You're going on vacation. But they want you to focus, those days for you, Cancer, are very productive days for you. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's, what's that? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 3 days. Is that 4 nights? Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Going into, what is that? Somebody let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? Is that 2 days and 3 days? 3 days and 2 nights? What is that? But I heard 3 days and 4 nights. So is that starting Tuesday night at midnight going into Wednesday? It's something like that. But 3 days, 4 nights. Okay, let me know if I'm correct, right or wrong about that. Could be going on vacation. Anyways, back to you, Cancer. So the energy that you're pulling is very similar to the energy we just pulled for Gemini. As we pull Venusian energy, which is Libra energy, and also Taurus energy. It's the ruler of Taurus and Libra. We just talked about Venusian energy with the Gemini spread we just did with that 7th house, because that's Libra energy that talks about partnerships. And yours is no different. They want you to learn how to listen. So your focus is listening. Listening to understand, not listening to respond in this time, Cancer. That's your focus. All right. Some of y'all like to just, but I love you and I want to tell you so much, so you need to listen to me. Yes, you may know more. You may know actually more book-wise, or like you feel as though you know more than someone, but in this time, Cancer, somebody's going to teach you more than what you think that you know. There's something about classes, Cancer, for you. So I don't know if you look at someone, well, they don't have this, so how do they know? That's for somebody. Oh, they don't have this. They don't own a house, so how would they know? Well, you don't know what they've researched. You don't know how far in the process they've gotten. Just because they don't actually have a mortgage, that doesn't mean they don't know the process. And it doesn't mean they can't teach you something. A lot of you guys have to stop paying attention to the messenger, or that something about the haves and have-nots in the actual message before you miss out. All right? Anyways, moving forward to Leo. What does Leo need to focus on in this Virgo season? Leo. Has and have nots. I'll always say this, and I'll say this. That's a hill I'm willing to lie on. Is that I've always learned more from people who actually had less than more than I have, because they understand the sacrifice and struggle. I've always learned more from those people. But anyhow, moving forward, Leo, you pulled your own energy. So what they want you to focus on is yourself in this time. And you have the perfect energy to focus on yourself. So that's what you're focusing on, Leos. No deeper, doesn't need to go any deeper than that. Straight to the point is yourself in this season. All right. Go to Virgo. What does Virgo need to focus on? It's like, and I guess it's going to be Virgo's message. The student knows more than the teacher. Hi, Crystal. How do you say that the student knows more than the teacher? Because the student is experiencing the lesson now. The teacher learned the lesson then. And when we talk about the age of Aquarius, which we're all in, the age of Aquarius is about innovation, reinvention, rebirth. So when the teacher learned a lesson, it was a different craft. It was a different scene. It was a different place. When the student is learning the lesson, or how to build something and how to make something new and how to develop, it's in the now, where they're able to see all the changes that were made and they're able to apply it to the now. The teacher would need to go and relearn what's going on now. They seen the change, but how they were taught how to make it has changed so much that they're still doing the old way, when the student will be doing the new way, and the student will surpass the teacher, and it'll be a cycle. It'll be a cycle. That might be the message for Virgo. It's going to be a cycle. You ever notice that? I was speaking to this young kid the other day. He was such a cutie patootie. And he taught me something. And he was sitting there just reading. I was like, why are you reading that thick ass book, man? You know, you can go into Chat GPT, make yourself flashcards, this and that. Teaching him a new way of how to do things. But what I had to take into account is that this is his first time looking at something. This is his first time doing it. So yes, I'm an experienced lifelong student. However, this is his first time being a student doing this. So he has to look at something with a fresh pair of eyes in the now, versus how I looked at something, or how I knew to look at something then. And he taught me something new, to where he said, no, I'm going to read this from the beginning to the end. Then I'm going to apply your new way, your new methods. But after I have a full understanding. So Virgo, that may be for you. Here. Yep. Going back to go forward. You guys pulled Mercury retrograde energy reinvention. I knew that was for you, Virgo. Yep. All right. Moving forward. What's going on with Libra? What does Libra need to focus on at this time? What does Libra need to focus on at this time? I gotta hurry. I don't have to hurry. Let me not rush. What does Libra need to focus on this time? During Virgo season. Whoa. And I knew. So Libra, you guys pulled third house. So we have a lot of mercurial energy coming out, if you guys didn't notice that. But we're pulling third house energy, which is mercurial energy again, which is Gemini energy. It talks about your neighborhood, your partnerships, siblings, cousins. This is cousins, aunties, all of that lives here. Communication, travel, all of that lives in this house. And so what they want you to focus on, Libra, is who are you associating with? Who are you associating with? Are you able to see past the illusion of people? This is the eye of Ra, okay? It's also, in some circles, it's the eye of protection as well. Who and what are you associating with And is it enlightening you? Is it protecting you? Is it guiding you? Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? That's for you, Libra. All right. Move on. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to focus on at this time? I keep hearing that Anita Baker song, You Bring Me Joy. I don't know that's for you, Scorpio, but it's like over and over. I will spare you guys my singing today. Okay? I'm not tuned. People like, girl, you ain't never tuned. Mind your business. I be jamming. Mind your business. Anyway, Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? So Scorpio, what you need to focus on during Virgo season, you're pulling the card of Saturn return. This is Capricorn energy. And we know that Saturn right now is retrograde in Aries and will be actually moving during Virgo season into Pisces for a short stint till November. So what they want you to focus on is, in order for you to boss up that Aries energy, to really get to the next level that you're trying to reach, what morals, what are your standards that you need to set for yourself? And what are the standards and morals that need to be floating around you here in order for you to move on to the next level? What's that? That's what you need to be focusing on. All right. Moving on to, hold on, Scorpio. Did I skip something? Somebody said something in the comments. Y'all let me know if I skipped something. I didn't skip anybody, did I? Where's the lounge? Oh, okay, whatever. Let's see, what's going on with Scorpio? What's going on with Scorpio? Somebody talking about this is witchcraft. Witchcraft would entail that I'm trying to do something to you, and I'm trying to change someone's fortune, and I'm trying to change someone's journey. That's not what this is. So you don't sound too bright in the comments. You sound a little crazy, because that's not what this is. And I don't do things like that. Okay? All right. Yeah. Witchcraft would mean that I'm trying to alter someone else's state of life, of mind, of body, or soul. That would imply that. Never going to do that. This is what you should be focusing on. And if you choose to take this message, you can. But as for me forcing it upon you and changing the outcome of anything you have going on, that's not the intention here at all. So what are you talking about? Go Google what the meaning of witchcraft and then come back, okay? I'll take my apology in writing. You can just apologize to yourself for being dumb. Anyway, so Scorpio, what you should be focusing on here is the part of fortune increase in 5th house. So what they want you to focus on, Scorpio, is how you are going to build your confidence of being more self-sufficient and believing in yourself. So this is all about your self-confidence, what you need to focus on in this season, Virgo. Scorpio, excuse me. And that is Sagittarius energy, which is also Jupiter. We know Jupiter is in Cancer right now. And then you also pulled 5th house energy as well. A lot of you, something about doing more physical activity as well, Scorpio. Alrighty, let's see. Probably a family member of mine talking about this witchcraft. They always try to do something. Probably my own mama that was writing that comment. I believe it. If I tell you the stunts that she pulled, y'all, sometimes it be your own people. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to focus on at this time? Sagittarius. Let's see. You guys got the 7th house and the 9th house. So some of you Sagittarius who are in partnership with someone, whether this is a marriage, a union, or this is co-workers, they want you to have more faith in the people that you have around you. Something's trying, or somebody needs to have more faith in you and what you're able to do and bring to the table. Some of you are meant to be in partnership with someone, but you're also meant to help each other grow. And they want you to have more faith in your partner in this season, Sagittarius. Okay, a lot of partnership energy coming out. What's going on with Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to focus on during this Virgo season? Yeah, those trolls, man. I've been thinking for years. I was like, dang, who trolled me? Why would a stranger troll me? And I was like, nah, it might be my own family member. Really, it's somebody I know, or somebody I went to school with back in the day. Usually trolls, now that I think about it, trolls are people that it's very rare that they're strangers. It's someone that you've actually come in contact with who may have seen you personally or years ago that you no longer associate with. And they're like, oh man, how dare they? Da-da-da. I remember this person when they were this. I remember when that person was that with that. And now they want to be your troll because they can't believe that you elevated and they're still stuck where they are. So that's what a troll is. So if anyone else who does anything on social media, which is all of us mostly, who post and put our crafts out there and put ourselves out there, those who give you those negative reviews and who troll you, those are people that you've come in contact with in life and who are still stuck where they are. Just know that. Know that. Whether it's an old coworker, an old schoolmate, a family member you don't associate with, someone you called a friend you no longer associate with, that's who those people are. They need to get a life. All right. So for you, Capricorn, you actually pulled Gemini energy in the reverse. Some of you need to disassociate. You need to stop talking so much. And then you also have Jupiter return. Be mindful, Capricorn. They want you to stop self-sabotaging or saying too much, or like also this is like giving someone knowledge who doesn't really deserve it, or giving like someone more information or more assistance and they're not really going to use it because it's like you're wasting your time. Be mindful of wasting your intelligence, Capricorn, in this time, or wasting your breath. If over explaining something in this time is what they want you to focus on. Basically hush. All right. What's Aquarius need to focus on here? What does Aquarius need to focus on during Virgo season? What does Aquarius need to focus on during Virgo season? Aquarius need to focus on during Virgo season. So Aquarius, you pulled Earth element stability. They want you to focus on your time management. They also want you to focus on not overindulging, over splurging, overdoing. Because right now in this place, they want you to make sure that you can maintain or learn how to do things in moderation. Something about moderation is very important for you during this time, Aquarius, for you to focus on during Virgo season. In moderation, learning how to do things at moderation. Okay. Moving on, what's going on with Pisces? What does Pisces need to focus on at this time? What does Pisces need to focus on at this time? Pisces. Oh, Pisces, you pulled Earth element stability as well. Oh, just in time. So you also pulled Earth element stability, Pisces. But Pisces, what I got for this is learning how to rest and give it a break. Like learning how to take breaks. Learning how to really be like, okay, I'm going to put this much, and not saying that you're not going to put effort into whatever it is that you're doing, but learning how, okay, it's like paying more attention. You're like, okay, I can beast it out, or I can focus. I'm good focusing for 2 hours. But after 2 hours, if I try to push it to 3, in that hour between 2 and 3, something gets messed up. It's because something like with your mind, it's like overload. So you need to give yourself a break. It's like you're more productive once you give yourself a break, knowing that, okay, for 2 hours, I need a 15-minute break. After that 15-minute break, I can do 2 hours again. Not sitting there trying to beast it out for 4 hours when you know you need that 15-minute increment to really get things right and in order, is what they're telling you, Pisces. All right? So, my good people, that has been what you need to focus on this Virgo season. I'm sorry that it went on a tangent with whoever this troll is in the live chat. I'm doing this reading live, so there's people in the live chat doing foolishness and they need to educate themselves. But for everyone else in the live chat, hey y'all, I hope you are blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. Thank you so much. All right, was it? Live, laugh, love. I can't pronounce that Z name. Queen D, what up? I don't know who this is. I don't know who that. Let me tell you about Angie. Hey, what I got? Egger. Christina's not here. I think that's gonna live rent free in all of our heads forever. Anyway, y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. And like always, I'm not gonna promise you when I'm gonna be back because I don't want to lie to you, and then you don't see me for another week or two. Okay? So please turn on your notifications so you don't be mad with me. Then I'm not mad at myself, and then we all just sitting there looking. Where's Crystal? Crystal's not here. She's around somewhere. But please turn on your notifications. Thank you once again for trusting me with your energy. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the information to do so is in the description box below. And I will talk to you, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.